This is RuVik Education, and today we'll be doing page number 8 of class 5th German first lesson. We had actually already made these videos, but due to some technical glitch, these videos were either deleted from the system, so we could not upload it. So this is kind of like a retake. Anyways, before we begin, we're learning together, growing together, so we may make some mistakes. So forgive us on that, and comment down below if you catch any of our mistakes. Okay, but we'll try our best to give you the correct information. Anyways, now without any further ado, let's get started. So here we have few like a kind of like a dialogue over here. And the first part we have already discussed about heiße, kommen, wohnen, lernen. All these are verbs which have based on conjugation. Like what is verb conjugation? We had learned this in fourth as well. Basically, if you have a different subject, like if you have ich, which means I, your base verb, which let's say for example is to come, which is common in German, will change. So ich komme. But whenever we're talking about we or us as a whole, like as a person, like we all kind of, then we will just use the base verb itself, like we are common. These are fixed rules. If we're using he, she, it, then we'll use kommt. So these kind of differences that we have already discussed. If it is with do, we add st. But we know that in heist over here, as you can see, we'll just come here as well. Heist, you can see we do not add st because this set is already a sharp s. So we do not add a s over here. This is kind of like an exception over here. Anyways, let us begin by reading the dialogue. Guten Tag, ich bin Ranbir Arora. Wie heißt du? Which means Guten Tag means good afternoon. You must be saying it to your teacher as well. Like Guten Tag, Lehrerin. Good afternoon, ma'am. And then he's just greeting us, and then he says, Ich bin Ranbir Arora. We've just learned over here also introduction. Two ways you can do introduction. One is Ich heiße or mein Name ist, or even the third way which here he is using is Ich bin. Okay. Wie heißt du means what is your name? Then Florian Schumacher is replying to him and saying, Guten Tag, ich heiße Florian Schumacher, ich komme aus Berlin, woher kommst du? Guten Tag again means good afternoon, ich heiße Florian Schumacher, I am named Florian Schumacher, ich komme aus Berlin. So we've already discussed that what exactly is the use of aus here. Aus is basically a lokale preposition, which means it's a local preposition. It gives us the context or idea of location. Aus is used for basically origin, whenever you're belonging to somewhere. So he's saying ich komme aus, I belong from or I come from Berlin. So ich komme aus Berlin. Woher kommst du? Woher means from where do you come from? Here st is added again, we know, because of verb conjugation. So woher means from where. So you would know that this little part of woher, that is wo also means where. Woher is like from where kind of, you can take for now. And then Ranbir Arora replies, Ich komme aus Nagpur. That means I come from Nagpur. Now this sentence, I guess this a fixed phrase, now you must be knowing that after comma we add aus whenever we show belongingness or origin. More than belongingness, origin, from where we originate from. Okay, then we have comma, aber ich wohne jetzt in Delhi. Then he's saying aber. Aber means but. Ich wohne jetzt. Jetzt is now in Delhi. Aber ich wohne jetzt in Delhi. In Pitampura. Und du, that means and you. Wo wohnst du? Where do you live? With wohnen verb, here we have wohne because of verb conjugation, because here we have ich. With wohnen verb, we use in. Jetzt is just to show that now, like here, now that I live in Delhi. See over here, also we have ich wohne auch in Delhi. Auch means also. Ich wohne. With wohne we are using in. Again, Florian is saying this in Vasantiyar. Ich lerne hier Hindi. That means I am learning here Hindi. Was lernst du? What are you learning? Amira Reddy then comes and says, Ah, du lernst Hindi? Sehr gut. Oh, you're learning Hindi? Sehr gut. Very good. Ich lerne Deutsch. I am learning German. Then Ranbir Arora says, Ich lerne auch Deutsch. That means I am also learning German. Now we're coming here, which is like a fragt und antwortet. That means question and answers. Now I guess we can do this by ourselves. Comment down below what you think the answers. I'll just give you a quick overview of this. Wie heißt du? What is your name? So the answer should begin with ich heiße and then your name. This is wo wohnst du? Where do you live? Ich wohne in. Don't forget to add in. Ich wohne in, not ich wohne Mumbai. No, ich wohne in Mumbai. Next, woher? Woher comes to from? Where do you come from? Ich komme. Berlin is correct? No. Ich komme aus Berlin is correct. Next, was lernst du? What are you learning? Ich lerne Deutsch because we are all learning German here right now. Okay. Next, your grammatic, which is your grammar portion. And here we come to the verb conjugation that I've been talking about. This is a really important part in German. So here, as you can see, with different subjects, you have different endings. Here we have different endings. So here are a few examples which will give us a quick kind of understanding about how these are supposed to be used. With ish, we have ending e. Doesn't matter the verb. heiSSen, kommen, wohnen, lernen. Ish means I. Next, do is informal you. In Hindi, tum or tu. And then we have do, so the ending is st with the exception of heist because I already told at the starting. Where kommst du, wohnst du, lernst du. Remember, do is not only used for question. This is just an example. It can also be du kommst aus you aus Indore. You come from Indore. So like that also you can say. Not necessarily only question. You can make question with other verbs as well. Okay, now er came. Er means he. So we add just a T. Heist, kommt, won't, lernt. Happens with every verb. You cannot kind of ignore this rule. It's very important. Next, again, no, this is not air. This should be S. This is a printing mistake. Here also there it should be S, and S means it. The ending is the same here. It is T only, and for Z, which means she, the ending is also same. It is T. Z means she. So heißt, kommt, wohnt, lernt. Heißt, kommt, lernt, wohnt. So it's with Z, R, and S. RZS. They come together because it's the same. Like the ending is the same. Now we have few examples here. Wo wohnt Ranbir Arora? Er won't. I just want you to look over here that Ranbir Arora is a boy. That means he is masculine. That means we will use er, he. Amira is a girl, so she's feminine. That means feminine as in not describing as a personality, as in the gender. So we'll use Z. Okay, one thing, one tip here, the feminine pronoun Z is written with capital S only at the beginning of the sentence. What does this mean? Basically, what it's trying to say is that there are three kinds of Z we have. We have one capital Z, we have two small Z's after that. So, what is the thing? What's the difference between them? That these two come together and this is different because these two have like they them kind of meaning, and this means she with small s. Small s is there in this also, but the difference between major difference between these three is that one that this is capital Z, okay, and this capital Z we'll get to know when in the middle of the sentence a capital Z is used, we'll get to know that this is the meaning of this Z. Okay, now how to differentiate between these two Z where the S is small in both of them? That means that in one of the Z, the conjugation will be as the root verb. And I guess this might be getting a little bit confusing for you. I suggest you watch the fourth class video that we made in one of the chapter, and that will make it easier for you. Otherwise, what I'm simply trying to say is that if you want to use Z as in she, and in the middle of the sentence also you're writing capital S, Z, then it will change its meaning. So please don't do that. Okay, now we have come to match the following was past zusammen. So we'll be discussing this in the next part.